Freedom of speech without freedom of reach. What am I talking about? Well, let me explain to you guys on a physical way why you're not being found on social media, especially like platforms that promote freedom of speech like Rumble and Twitter. What is happening, folks? Mike Martins here. Welcome back to another video. And I want to show you guys and explain to you guys, well, somebody messaged me the other day to tell me, Mike, I go on Rumble and I type in Mike Martins and I find you. Well, because you're typing in Mike Martins and because you know me. But what happens if someone doesn't know you? Well, I'll give you an example of what happens when someone doesn't know who you are. But you've been on social media for 10 years. You got 5,000 plus videos. I ain't making this up. And you've been warning people about what's going to happen, how it's going to happen, and how it's going to be laid out. But why are you not being found? And I'll explain to you in more of a physical realm of how you're not being found. So let's pretend customer comes into my store. Imaginary customer standing right here. She comes up to me and says, I want to find a game called Jenga. Well, yes, ma'am. Follow me, ma'am, and I'll find you the game called Jenga. She comes here. I grab her the game of Jenga. There's your Jenga, ma'am. Have a nice day. She's like, wait. What's all this stuff? Well, ma'am, these are board games. These are all board games. And I've been selling them for decades now. Wow, I didn't know there was so many board games out there. I didn't even know. So what happens now? Customer comes in, right? Just like going on Rumble or something. And then she would type in, Russell Brand or your typical Rumble heroes. And she would find them. Or she would just go on the main page and they would be in front and center. So they would be displayed under editor's picks or hot or picks or whatever. But then she starts looking around and seeing, oh, look at all this. I didn't even know of the existence of any of this stuff before. I've never heard of any of this stuff. So what starts to happen is she starts to look at other games, look at other ideas, but then forgets about Jenga. Now, she doesn't want Jenga anymore. Why would I want to play Jenga when I could play the Skyrim board game, when I could play Hero Quest, when I could play Escape Big Box? And that is what is happening, folks. When you go on social media, you're being pushed by Rumble heroes. Now, Rumble heroes in a store like this would be the front-faced games. Crown of Emerald, Dominion. So the front-faced games would be like when you go on Rumble, you got your front face. You got them facing you, right in your face. Every time you walk into my store, these games should be faced forward for you to come in and see. So I am setting up my own type of platform here. So when people come in, they'll see all the front faced. And this is what I like to call Rumble heroes, where you go onto Rumble and they're forcing you this stuff or showing you this stuff and what you should be watching. But then when you go to the Mike Martins channel, it's down there. And you got to really look for the Mike Martins channel. And now that the customer that came in for Jenga starts to look, and then she starts expanding her mind and finding things. Ooh, I'm going to create a zoo. Oh, I'm going to create that. I'm going to go to war. I'm going to build a castle. And then things start to expand the minds. And this is why you can't be found on certain platforms, even though, oh, I know your name, I type in your show. Yeah, because you know me, like you know Jenga. That's the difference. But when you go on to Rumble, you got your Rumble heroes. You get the same people over and over and over and over. And you get emails at 2, 3 in the morning to tell you that Tucker Carlson has joined. See? Editor's picks. There it is. Rumble heroes. But when you go on Rumble, that's the first thing you see. And when you're watching one of your own videos, there's my Mike in the Nights, my last show, Mike in the Night, episode, what is this, 542. We put up the replays. We don't even live stream on Rumble anymore. You get more Rumble heroes here. It doesn't end the same Rumble heroes they're pushing onto you. So there we are. And there's, oh, Mike, you probably haven't been on social media long enough. Look at all the episodes of 3-hour episodes of Mike of the Night with Collins from across the Commonwealth. That's in the playlist that we created. Do they promote our playlist? Of course they don't. Why would they? So there's my channel there. Don't even bother subscribing to me on Rumble, guys. We are now doing Mike of the Night on Odyssey. If you want to go and see a replay of Mike of the Night, you can find them here under our replays. And there's a replay of 542 if you guys want to check it out, and check out our prediction shows that we do every year. Check out our callers from across the Commonwealth discussing the situation. There's a caller right now there's a caller on there talking to me, another caller here, yeah, from New Zealand, from all over the Commonwealth, figuring out, connecting the dots. Now, this is not just to making this video to promote myself. Don't go subscribe to me on Rumble. Don't even waste your time. Don't even waste your time, because it's not going anywhere and it won't go anywhere. Why? Because the platforms choose who the Rumble heroes are. The platforms choose who gets ahead. I make that choice too in my own store. I choose what games go forward. I choose what games I suggest to customers. I choose, and Rumble is a business. But the people are saying, yeah, but Rumble, you got freedom of speech, Mike. Not like YouTube. YouTube doesn't promote freedom of speech. YouTube has got policy guidelines that they tell you about. YouTube has policy guidelines that you sign for and check the box for, that you understand their policy guidelines and safety, or whatever they want to call it. That's why. So, yeah, I just wanted to put this out there for you guys, just to give you guys the frustration of being on social media. And I'm been motivated to make this video because one big social media person I've been following, well, not big, but big in my heart and big with a big message, has decided to give up on social media. We're winding down Mike in the Night. At the end of this year, where I'm going to finally retire off of social media after 12, 14, I don't even know how many years now, and how many 5,000 plus videos. It's time to go. But this is what I wanted to show you guys, the importance of sharing videos and the importance of trying to create awareness with people who are not bought and paid for, or have some sort of a contract with what to say, not to say, right? Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Mike Martins here. I have spoken.